G'day viewers, well this is our old dishwasher. There's absolutely nothing at all wrong with it. We got upgraded it to a nice ASCO. This is the only thing drawback with this one. It took ages to wash the dishes, and bloody hell did this thing get hot. You can virtually fry an egg on the bench top that was above this thing. It got bloody hot doing its job and took ages. That's just how this thing is. This is the actual last of the ones that are made in Australia, this one. It's a Simpson Easy Set. These are no longer made in Australia anymore, these are actually made in Thailand, this brand. I've got the cord in there. Still works fine, I can still use it. It's just that back corner there, something's been leaky. There's a bit of a rust spot there, which is unusual. If that's rust, then this thing's not made of stainless steel. Not pure anyway. Then again, it is electro-sucks. And a label here somewhere, yeah. Model 52B850WJ 2007. I think that's the year, it might be. And hang on, we had it a lot longer than that. This replaced an old Dishlex from the early 90s. So it's probably at least 8 years old, this thing. Had a few minor repairs, but I'm going to try and repair that leak. I'm going to try and repair this leak here. So I'm going to lay it down, have a look at the motor and everything. Make sure everything under there is okay. Now here's the bits and pieces. Got the low and the high. That's your water level, your pressure sensor there. I don't know what that is. That goes. Oh, I think that's a capacitor, the start capacitor for the motor. So that's in the motor, tells you which one is which. Polypropylene 40% towel comparator filled. Yeah, just cheap shit. And there's this little thingy which I think is like an inline fuel pump. Yeah, that's the main pump there. It's like a reset pump that goes around the side to an outlet on the side, and that recirculates it. Not like the old one. 230 volt AC, 2100 watts, 8th of the night 2006. Okay, not quite as old as I thought it was. It's got something like Electrolux written on it, so it's a genuine Electrolux part. And there's a water pump there. Decent quality shaded pole motor, and that feeds this impeller. That's it. The other old dishwasher that this replaced was had a much better motor than that in it. There's another little thing there. Must be a solenoid. Shuts off the redirects the water. Yeah, definitely cheap and nasty. Yep, it's definitely made in Australia. Made by Bluescape Steel. So at least this is Australian made steel. Yeah, as I was trying to say, is they've not made them what they used to. This is the very last of the Australian made dishwashers, so you see when they started to cheap out. But yeah, it's interesting, this little pump there. I'm trying to read what the bloody brand name of this. I have to get a light so I could read that. Oh, let's get a light and read this brand name on this motor. Alec. Man, something. Yeah, some bloody foreign brand anyway. It's actually stainless steel too. The wiring goes up there to a little synchronous motor clock mechanism like in the washing machine. In there to a switch. And just set a synchro motor in there, which goes on that knob. No matter what, this thing took bloody ages to do its job, and boy it got hot. It's the main reason why it was upgraded, but this would be good to stick in a shed. Yeah, definitely when Australia started to get slack. I'm assuming, I think, this does heat up its own water. And I think that's the heating element, be in here somewhere. This must be it here. It says it's 2.1 kilowatt. That must actually be an inline heating element, another bloody pump motor. Looks like a bloody inline fuel pump, so there must be a spiral type heating element in that. And that's it there, that's what heats up the water. There we are. 8 for the 9th, 2006. Yep, 230 volt AC, 2100 watts. That's the actual water heater. There's the mains going to it. And earth. What's behind there? That must be like a little, I think it's a filter. Some sort of filter or baffle to silence the water flow noise. If I can pull the housing off this and have a good look. Don't think there's any real point in doing that because everything's here, you can get to it. Yeah, pressure switches. Let's look at this, closer look at this leak. Oh, where are we? You see where they've got it together, they put silicone on it. That's probably what happened there, the silicone's probably come off on this side. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, you have to chip all that stuff away and reseal it. That's not too hard to fix. Yeah, there's the actual motor that does all the work. Good quality little shaded pole motor. Solenoid that goes to this thing. At a certain point in the cycle, it pops the solenoid, opens that up and lets the detergent in. And that just siphons out the whole, that's your rinse aid. And I think this actually stopped working, so we had to leave this thing open and just chuck the detergent on here. So, it's pretty damn flimsy. I think Australia should make something better than that, but it doesn't anymore. These are the bits of black stuff that was falling in of it. Either way, we'll repair that leak, and this will be a good second dishwasher to have in the shed. Good to wash spanners and stuff with, actually. Just water, no detergent though. Bloody heats up like mad, this thing. It's the main pump motor out of our old Dishlex dishwasher from the early 90s. All made in Australia had this. I kept the pump unit. The pump itself's okay, I kept that, that's put away. Had this, the control board, which I still got and have actually salvaged parts from. That's about it. Not much else to it. So this is the best part of it. Still works fine, this motor. It's a 300 watt motor. 50 Hz, 1 phase, 2.1 amp. Western manufacturing. This dishwasher that had this needed a separate hot water supply. So it was probably more energy efficient in the long run. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.